We all better thank the Phoenicians, because Walter White playing basketball was not something I knew I needed, but I sure am glad I have it. So here's my full review of the Phoenician scheme in a spoiler-free manner. If you're a fan of Wes Anderson, then you'll definitely like this movie, because it has a lot of what you expect from his films. It has the super stylized production design that looks great, and is absolutely hilarious if you're a fan of his dry, deadpan humor. I also really noticed the cinematography in this film, even more than I do in some of his other stuff. He takes a ton of interesting angles, especially a bunch of overhead shots in this, and he does a lot of interesting movements that really add more depth and interest to a scene. I think really adding interest to things is the best thing that Wes Anderson manages to do with this film, because on surface level, it is very boring and mundane. It's a guy going around asking for investors for his new business venture. Through just good writing and all the interpersonal dynamics between each character, it manages to feel interesting throughout, and even the repetitive cycle that it kind of falls into is kind of where they build off a lot of the humor, so you don't really get bored with it like you would expect it to. It all kind of comes together in the end in a satisfying way with some very unique twists that I really enjoyed. And the whole thing is backed up by some great performances. Obviously, it's loaded with A-listers, but a couple I want to call out first are the two leads, Benicio del Toro and Mia Thruppleton, have a great dynamic, tons of chemistry, and a lot of really fun banter between those two. I also think Michael Cera is just phenomenal in this film and does a lot of things that we haven't ever really seen from him before, but absolutely work. All in all, I really enjoyed this film and would highly recommend checking it out, especially if you're into Wes Anderson stuff. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to follow.